how to connect to the Wi-Fi. They have a little bit of issue with that. So actually, Lawrence, could you? Oh yeah, come on in. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, Anastasia is the Millennial Girl. That's what the hashtag Millennial Girl. Author of the published book, hashtag New Job, New Life, the Millennials Take Charge Plan for Success. An international speaker, millennial life and business coach, adjunct professor for executive education at the University of Denver. An in-demand consultant for generations in the workplace and on how to attract, market, and sell to millennials, which is the largest buying population in the world. Please welcome Anastasia with her topic on how to attract, serve, and sell to millennials. Oh. There we go.
Okay, well that was a wonderful introduction, and you all are very fascinating. I love talking to you before coming up here to start speaking and hearing your introductions, and I look forward to hearing more from you.
Can you speak up just a wee bit?
Oh yeah, so let me know if I fall a little bit. This room's a little open. So I'll try to be loud and robust. And yes, we're going to talk about millennials today, but I kind of want to get a show of hands of who actually has employees in their company or business. Okay, we got a few, kind of. Okay, we got like maybe some VAs in there and stuff. All right, so we mostly have solo entrepreneurs or independent contractors in the room. Awesome. So we're definitely going to be able to tackle both sides of that coin and how you can attract, sell, retain your millennial customers and even employees with these steps I'm about to show you. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And as you can tell, I could speak really fast. It's a millennial thing. I can't help it. I'm sorry. That's your excuse, Joy. There you go. There you go. So here's the question: what is a millennial? What's the date range? Does anybody have a good guess? When they were born, or how old they are today?
I like the 81 to 97 Q research lab, but I know.
We had that discussion yesterday. Yes, thank you.
Is it 18 to 34?
18 to 34. Any other guesses? I'll give you the answer.
I thought it was
18 to 40. Wow, that's a big range.
No, because it's
Yeah, then we're getting to Gen Z, right? I'm not the
I was thinking
millennial.
it was like 25 to 40.
We're getting close. We're kind of in that
25
average
to
range.
35.
Yeah, well, here it is. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
All right. They are born between 1979 to 1994. But I do want you to keep this in mind. It's all relevant. There are so many different researching and numbers out there, but just think of these numbers as a guideline. Okay, we have some buffer zones in there for going into the 80s or maybe pushing more into the 90s. But get the idea. Today, they're about 24 to 39 years old. So we're in the 20s and 30s range. Just think of that, 20s and 30s at this point. Those are the people that you are attracting into your business. Who is just crushing it at attracting and selling to those people?
Amazon.
All right, we got Amazon. Amazon is crushing it. They totally are. We are starting to get into this millennial world where millennials are taking over the market, and that is very accurate. And I'm going to show you why. But here's the question. Do you want to be in business in the next 10 years, by 2025? Does anybody have a guess as to why I put that number out there, 2025?
A lot of automation.
Automation, okay, so business industry change. Any other ideas? I'm sorry?
Retiring generation.
There's some retiring generations, so the millennials are expanding. Okay, anything else? All right. Well, I'm going to show you a little bit about me before we get into more aspects there. Teaser. So, before I was an author, speaker, consultant for businesses, an adjunct professor at the University of Denver in executive education. I know it's really hard to roll off that, right?
Did not say that.
What I do at the University of Denver is I really help them understand the multi-generational workforce today. How can you get everybody to be along, productive, and profit? And so there's this huge need to understand this generation. Do you have any idea why that is? Why are they taking over everything? Because there's so many of them, and we're going to get into that. But I wasn't always was considered to be what you would call a typical millennial. I was floating around life. I had one job after the next. I wasn't sure what I really wanted to do. I got the education Mom told me to have. And apparently a history degree doesn't really get you very far. Social sciences. She told me, everyone told me that a liberal arts degree would get me a job every time. Well, 2 years after that, I didn't have one job, and I had done 2,000 applications. Not one job after that. So, apparently having the degree is not going to get the job. So there's a shift in the economy, a shift in the change, and this is what you got to understand with millennials. They have been through this shift. There's a lot of pain and a lot of struggle that older millennials particularly had to go through to get where they are today. So entrepreneurship, independent contractor is a really big thing. And so I found that out quickly. And so what I did is I became an independent contractor as a roofing contractor. I would go and knock on your doors. Yes, I was that person. Knock on that door. You'd open the door, and what would you do? Throw the door right back in my face. That was literally my job. No one wanted to talk to me. No one liked me. And I was broke. And I hated life. And I finally said, enough is enough. I was standing on top of this 2-story roof, $1 million home, looking at those beautiful mountains, and realizing I hadn't been there in over a year. I was slaving away at this job I hated, that wasn't paying anything. I was working for a boss that took money from me and clients. Why was I doing this? So I said, enough is enough. I'm going to go and find my purpose in life, and I am going to do just that. That is all I'm going to do, no matter what it is. And so I did. I jumped off that roof. Not really, I climbed down the ladder. But I jumped, and I said, I'm going to find my purpose, and I did. My purpose in life is to help other people find their purpose in life, to obtain a career or business that is meaningful for them. And if that helps by attracting more millennials to other people's businesses, that is my purpose. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And that's going to be a theme throughout this. Purpose. I want that to be in mind with you. Now, I don't put all this stuff up here like I was on radio, I've been on articles, I published a book. Yes, that was fun. Check. But why I bring all this up is that because there's a huge need in the market. You guys are very savvy. You understand the need. I've already been getting a lot of nods and a lot of understanding. But this is not just a Colorado issue. This is not just a United States issue. This is an international global epidemic. Nobody seems to really get this generation fully and take total advantage of it, unless they're Amazon, of course. But wouldn't you want to be like Amazon? Wouldn't you like to be like Google? Like Facebook? Where people are attracted to you in this powerful generation to where you are the industry leader. That's why I have been showcasing all these things, because I am following my purpose and I'm helping people understand how can you also give that feeling to millennials so that they are attracted to you. And so yeah, I've been all over kind of the world in a sense with my topic. And so I do a lot of Skype calls into these huge groups where I talk about millennials and why you need to pay attention to them and things like that. And I traveled around the world where I can speak. I was in Dallas. This was actually in Colorado. It was an engineering group. Can you imagine them trying to figure out millennials? That was a tough room. I was just like, come on, guys. And anyway, and if I asked who was a millennial, they just kind of shrink their hand. It's like, I am not a millennial. Does any millennial in here struggle with the identity of being a millennial? Yeah, you don't want to admit you're a millennial. Why is that?
Because people judge you just because of that initial thing.
Exactly. We have a reputation on our name that probably isn't quite as accurate. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to show you why you shouldn't be putting that energy out there, because you're going to put a lot of distance between you and those millennials. So yeah, I've talked this is actually me talking to a huge group in Singapore, and you can see my face. I'm just being so elegant. And so even in Singapore, parts of Asia, parts of Europe, and all over the world, they're having this problem with the young generation. And if they're having a problem with millennials, can you imagine the problems they're going to have with Gen Z when they come up? Because they're starting to graduate college right now. It's like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out this millennial thing. Now you're telling me about Gen Z? It's a problem. And so I also went to Korea to talk about this subject, and I talked to the HP Enterprises leadership team over there. And that was a great experience. But I'm not trying to put clout on me. I'm just, again, reaffirming this is something you need to pay attention to be that industry leader, and to survive by 2025. Remember that number? Okay, let's get into why that number is so important. What happened in 2015 in demographics? How much of the population did millennials take up in the United States? 50% on it. Yes, we took up 50% of the population. And so the pie chart you see here is how much they took up in the workplace. So offices like downtown at Citibank, I think, and there's all these big towers, Wells Fargo. You have all these populations. Yes, Joyce.
You're telling me that the tiny sliver of people are the folks that are older and boomers?
This is kind of Gen Z and the traditionalists put together. So it's just kind of that other group. Because, at 2015, Gen Z was still kind of in college. And so they're not quite out into the workforce, and traditionalists, like, they're still in the law
that's
firm.
the workforce.
Yes, as a workforce,
Okay.
the pie chart.
Okay, that's why, because that's what you need to see.
Right, 50%. What?
That makes sense. Old people, where are they? I mean, like,
Old people. Oh, here. The millennials in disguise.
What's Gen X?
Gen X, they're right here between the boomers and the millennials. So about 1964 to 1978. They're the hippie group. I could battle that. Did you have a question?
No, I'm saying that.
Oh, you're just owning your Gen X.
Yeah.
So in the United States, we took up 50% of the population. Now I have to ask you, what do you think that's going to be in 2025? 76. Dang! She is on it. Yes, we will take up 76% of the population in the United States alone, projected. And so that means we're going to be taking up almost 50%, if not more, of the workforce and business. Now, wait, hold on. In 2025, we're all born already, right? Why is it increasing in 10 years? 2015 and 2025.
Or retiring, dying.
Retiring, that's an additive. But what's the big reason? Immigration. Yeah. We are still a cool country to come work for. We have great opportunity in business especially. But also got to think we are in an international market now. We are not just Denver. We are not just the United States. We are an entire worldwide market. Who has a VA or worked with somebody on Fiverr that lived in India, Bangladesh? Yeah. It's an international market. And to really recognize that your clients aren't just here in Denver anymore. They're on social media, and they are out there in the world. So to kind of put that into perspective is really important. But to know that just in the United States alone, this is where they're at in front of you. 76%, that's a heavy amount of population. So let's get into the 10 things that you must have to attract millennials. But I want to pause, and if there's any questions, any concerns, take a breath. It's going to be okay. I am a millennial, yes, thank you. I was born in 1988 during the Broncos Super Bowl game.
Did they win?
They did not. Yes.
So with the millennials, they've also been called the gig generation because, like you, they were traveling from gig to gig to gig.
Yes.
What do you think caused that? What was the effects of that on the psyche or the job?
The fact that you couldn't find a job once you graduated, you now had to become your own boss or really resourceful. And so the gig economy really came into effect because we have the internet, we got social media, we got computers taking jobs, manufacture or tech alike. And so now in order to get a job, you have to be able to work for a project rather than time in and time out. Does that make sense? And if you're a business owner, wouldn't you want to pay based off of productivity rather than time in and time out? Because when you're actually working, are you working? Or are you on social media, texting, You're not really working. So would you rather pay for the project rather than time in and time out? Absolutely. So that's where the gig economy comes in. And you can call that the millennial movement too.
So, and what is that? Does that create a mentality? You're gonna get it.
Oh, no, you're fine. And yeah, that kind of helps with the mentality too. Now I kind of have to own my own life rather than what people told me was the way to go. So I'm going to make my own path. And by doing that, I can get jobs here, get jobs there. I can get a job in Denver. I can get a job in New York. I can get a job in London. So now I have this freedom aspect too. And we're really going to get into that with the 10 things. Anything else? You guys are so sharp. I love it. All right, first thing, 10 things to have to attract millennials is opportunity. If you're selling a product, you're managing a team, or you're just trying to find customers for a service, it does not matter. If you can show them that you give them an opportunity to be their best selves, to fulfill their purpose, or to have more flexibility and time, all those essentials that people really want, millennials are demanding it. We want it. We don't want to settle for less. And if you can provide that opportunity and put that in your messaging, you got them. That's one aspect that you can definitely do. And so we got to have them flex their muscles, right? If you have them working in your team, if you're in a leadership role, let them have the opportunity to show you what they got. Because you know what? They actually know quite a bit. Based off of what we had to learn, based off of what we had to do, we know a lot. And we want to show that to you. So give them the opportunity to have some wiggle room to do that project, to have that idea, and then show them how you, as a service or product, can give them that opportunity. Does that make sense? Give them the opportunity. Because even though they're young, they still do know a lot, and they are eager to get out there and show it to you. They also really, really appreciate a company that has an outreach. What do I mean by outreach? Purpose. And what else? What could that
Maybe
mean?
service in the community.
Service in the community, absolutely. We are huge on volunteering, huge on charities. And here's the thing, if you have employees or you have a team of millennials and you say, I really would like to do this project for the community, it's not going to be paid, but it can give you the opportunity to sharpen some skills and do some good. Who would like to do that? You'd be surprised how many hands will pop up. Even if it's free, they want to do good. If it gives them skills, the opportunity to show their stuff, and it helps the community or a worldwide community, they will be on top of it. So in your messaging, in your marketing, if you have a charity you're connected with, or you do great work once a week, once a month, whatever that looks like, put that out there. Put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, whichever platform you're comfortable with. Get it out there. And they're going to be more attracted to the idea that, oh, I'm not just buying a product, I'm buying a product that helps someone that I may know, or an area where my friend lives. Who here is on Facebook? Who? Didn't think that was going to be a problem. Now, who here has friends in either Europe, Asia, or Africa? Hey, when an event happens in one of those areas, like a bombing, raiding a city, or any kind of catastrophic event, a tsunami, do you think of a friend that you have on Facebook? Do you see maybe a post on Facebook about it from them?
They can mark themselves safe.
Yeah, they can mark themselves safe. Now, there's more of a connection on a worldwide basis with, I have friends personally in Ukraine. Remember what happened a couple of years ago with Russia coming in? She put on Facebook that her kid's window had gunshots outside of it. And she put that on Facebook going, I'm really worried now. Immediately, I go to the Ukraine Relief Fund and I submitted $10 just because I care. It's now a worldwide market. They are connected on an international level. If you have a local or an international charity, put it out there in the messaging. Creativity, a third thing. What do I mean by creativity? Why would they want to be creative?
Growing.
People feel alive.
People feel alive, they're growing, what did you say?
Innovate.
Innovative. What is innovative going to bring up?
New. Fresh.
New, fresh, interesting, exciting, right? Their creativity is off the hook. I gotta tell you what, when we are connected on the internet, on social media, we're getting a lot of ideas. We're getting so much information, we want to start putting it all together and create a project for you. So this is a great way that you can do that. And then collaboration. Working together. Why would that be important for them?
They're not alone.
They're not alone. They're part of a group. They're part of a community. Why would that be important? I'm sorry?
They've never known anything else.
They've never really known anything else. Who likes to work in a corporate structure with a ladder system? Anyone? No, you're all entrepreneurs. That's why.
Actually, on that collaboration, how important is that to be together anywhere physically versus distributed?
They really just want to work on a collaborative space, meaning they have a role to play and they know what that is and they can contribute to it. Again, it's giving that opportunity to be part of a team and really being part of something that brings impact. instead of having your silos, bring everyone together.
But the virtual, we might be getting incredibly wrong, sir, is virtual is just as comfortable and it's just okay as opposed to face-to-face.
Absolutely,
I'm
absolutely.
guessing based on what you've said so far.
Yeah, if you're working in remote groups, which is another big thing, we're working globally, right? If you're working in remote groups, you can bring a collaborative space where they can talk about their ideas, be creative, show their opportunity, just throwing things out there.
Yeah, my world is, people are everywhere. I mean, the entire world is now like employee-based
Right.
at this point.
That's
So,
cool.
I mean, it's
A good
great.
problem.
But, does it matter anymore to get around the table with a whiteboard and scribble things out?
You can do that too. Any kind of a space you can bring people together to highlight, aspects and ideas that they have. Let them shine just a little bit. It's collaboration rather than, no, it's my idea, you don't talk.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That's not
We don't want to do that. Perfect. And if you own your own office, or if you are planning on owning your own office, you want to definitely have a space something like this, where it is open. It is colorful. It is interesting. Who here worked in a corporate cubicle?
In the past, I mean,
That was what it was. Right, that's what it was. Who enjoyed it? I got to play video games while no one could see it, right? That was the great part of it, yeah. So we don't like that, right? No one really enjoys being cut off from the world or your team. You want to have that collaborative, and that comes into the space as well. So knock down the walls, bring in some color, have some fun with it, and here's the cool thing. You all want an office of your own, right? You don't want to necessarily be the hectic part of all this. Well, here's your getaway. This is actually in the Philippines, Snag a Job. This is where the manager sits. He's got his own little, tiny home. He's got his own little barbecue. He's got like a water bowl here for his feet. And so have fun with it. Nobody wants to be in those gray walls. No one wants to be in those silos. So make it a fun atmosphere. If you don't have that office, if you don't have that space, again, it's just about a fun atmosphere where they can relax. Does that make sense? Anything to add or question as we move on?
I'd say, collaborative means that you get to work with other people's ideas, not just your own.
Yeah, it's a team effort, right? Rather than a silo.
You should have you back it on for the Virginia headquarters.
Okay, that's it. I will look that up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Another thing is energy. I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of have some energy.
A little bit.
We like to have energy. No one wants to talk to the person that stands up here. I can't even do a monotone voice. It's not even possible for me. Who really enjoys that presentation or that leadership, right? Even if that's you, just bring it up a bit. Play music in the meeting. Have a video. Have some fun with it. It's all it's about. It's have fun. No one wants to really have a work and life separation. Millennials are really big in the work-life blend. Their work is attached to their purpose. Their work is attached to the impact they're making. So it's not separate anymore. If you create a space or the energy where you have everything together, you're really going to win their souls. And you're going to touch that purpose. Does that make sense?
Just so that was going to be a clarification.
Yeah.
So you have a space where you can foster the energy that the millennials bring.
Absolutely. If you have those great cubicles, that's not going to foster energy. Have the foosball people. We have these little, I don't even know what these are called, cornholes. These are so cool. That kind of touches. Those are just fun. Add fun to the space, add fun to your work, add fun to your market. And so
Yeah, it brings out people's creativity.
it brings out people's creativity, and you're fostering ideas, you're communicating more. And again, back to the community idea. We definitely want to have people to feel like they belong and that they're going to make an impact, and so put those into your messaging. Get that out there. Like, Drew has done a great job by creating a community right here. Even if it's your first time, you feel like you're comfortable, right? He's created a great job. He's done a great job by bringing that into the space where people feel very comfortable. But the biggest thing you really want to market about and talk about towards their purpose is lifestyle. And that does need to reflect in pay if you're hiring. Because how will they be able to do the things that they love? Hike in the mountains, snowboard on weekends, have a 2-week, 3-week vacation without the pay and the lifestyle aspect. Again, work-life blend, bring in the lifestyle to the office or outside. So if you have that in the marketing, if you have that in your messaging, that is extremely important because that's what really hits home. We don't care about clocking in, clocking out. We care about how our life is bringing impact to others and how work is impacting my life. Does that make sense?
you say that one more time?
We don't care about the 9 to 5 job. What we care about is that work is impacting others' lives and my life, and I'm impacting the work cycle. There's a blend. Does that make sense? Yes. Oh, sorry. Speak up again.
Hey, is the lifestyle, or you're emphasizing because the one jobs industry that have a lifestyle
Right.
How are we all that
So
juxtaposition?
let's think about millennial lifestyle. What does millennial lifestyle typically see? Mobile. You got the tiny home. You got the devices, right? Okay, you're not stuck to an office. Okay, what else?
Shared transportation.
Transportation, Uber, you know, motorcycles, scooters, anything
They
else?
like to travel, they don't, travel is more important than having physical things.
Yes. So even if they could work mobily, that'd be excellent. Yes.
Renewable energy, recycling.
Recycling, being green. If you guys do that, that's excellent, excellent. Especially in real estate, we have that.
They also like transparency. When you were saying their online presence has to match. Old school people would be like, I'm going to keep my life here and my work here, and I have LinkedIn for work, and I have Facebook for personal. And millennials will catch on. They will find you. So if you're in Congress, they will know.
Absolutely.
That is like so outdated, but a lot of people still believe that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they will
Yeah.
find you.
They will find you and they will figure it out.
They will call you out. On
Yes, the 3 things that are my core values as well, but you want to remain authentic, transparent, and hold integrity. What's the difference between integrity and ethics?
Your integrity, I think, is your heart. Like, I think it's who you are more than your ethics is more a book.
Right.
Kind of like
Play by
you
the
know,
rules
Yeah,
instead
but
of
your
doing
integrity
something
is
right.
who you are.
Yeah, doing something right over just staying in the rules.
What would you say it was?
Transparent,
Transparent.
authentic, and integrity. Holding integrity with yourself and your company. Remember, everything is holistic. Yes.
Is there a preference for salary or gaining opportunities to earn?
It depends on what kind of message you're bringing, because you're going to attract the millennial that's more interested in that lifestyle. Does that make sense? So what kind of lifestyle can you bring into your company, and how are you going to reflect that in the pay structure? So salary would be great if they're doing project-based, in a sense. But then if you wanted to have like commission, then yes, commission, don't, and bonus. You had the commission side, you talked about commission earlier. So when you have the commission side, stop focusing on the money and focus on what they get. Can you get a vacation? Can you get a motorcycle? Can you get a car? That's all additives to lifestyle. It's not necessarily the money, it's what they can do with them.
And I have a client, they have a plumbing company, so they can't really be mobile, they can't take off. But she lets them have whatever time off they want, without pay, of course. But if they want to go, to the Indies, whatever, climb the mountains, they can take off for 2 months, no problem.
Right.
So that's how she's able to keep her
Right.
plumbers.
And so again, going back to the gig economy, or you can even call something the freedom economy, is that you're getting paid based off of project rather than a salary time in or time out. So, setting up a website and getting that set up and done and get out, that's a certain project. You get paid based off of that. It doesn't matter how long it takes you as long as it's at this deadline. And then you can go do what you want. Yes,
I don't
Joyce?
want too much of a wet blanket, but I keep thinking benefits, health insurance, things like that. So where does that come in? Because, things are really up in the air, let's face it, particularly with what's going on with Obamacare. So how does that impact the freelancers, the 1099s, and all of that, including millennials and all ages? That's like a whole other discussion, but I don't know if you have a quick thought on that.
Yeah, a quick thought on that is that everything is changing. And government and health companies and all these things are starting to shift because they're realizing that the gig economy, freedom economy, whatever you want to call it, is taking fold. And so they have to react to the market when the market changes. It's happening a little slowly than I would like, but I'm impatient. But it is happening. And companies, if you look at these companies on Outside Magazine 2016, best places to work. All of these companies offer benefits, amazing vacation packages, and their productivity is through the roof. So offering a lot and expecting a lot is okay, even if you do a gig or freedom economy pay structure. You have certain projects you have to get done in deadlines, and if you get them done, you still work here. And you get benefits and you get vacation. Kind of cool, right? Where was this 10, 20 years ago, right? So pay and lifestyle. We can talk about this a little bit more if you have any other questions, but we do need to move on. Yes, and the travel idea. I think it was Joyce, you mentioned traveling is really important. I mean, you see things on Facebook all the time. Travel and work at the same time in 12 different countries for a whole year. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, who would like to do that? Yeah. So again, it's adding that lifestyle. Make it a mobile identity, a mobile workplace, a mobile service or product that you have. Tap into that. Buy mentorship. You kind of get an idea of what a mentorship program or a mentorship relationship is, but what is a buy mentorship?
The younger mentors the older mentors the younger, like you and me.
Yes! Thank you, Joyce. She's like my evangelist. Yes. I love it. Yeah, we have both ways, right? We have the young or the young and the experienced, so the old or young. How do you think of that? If you have that relationship with your customers, you will be surprised the feedback you would get. Oh my gosh, you're letting me contribute, but you're also giving me services in return. Even if they're paying you, if they can contribute, they're really excited. Hey, there's this new app out there. Have you heard about it? No, but I will check that out. Thank you so much, and so on and so forth. In the workplace, buy mentorship is really important. In business, buy mentorship is really important. And I can talk about that after the presentation too. If you have questions on an event that's happening in June. Who's seen this movie, The Intern?
Oh my gosh.
Good movie, right? Anne Hathaway, Robert De Niro, super awesome. Experience never gets old, right? And so we have Robert De Niro helping Anne Hathaway, who's the business owner, and he's the intern. And so the relationship that happens there is amazing. So the business world and Hollywood is catching on this. And they really just need a guide, someone to teach them, to show them the way. If you're in real estate, just be a guide through the process. They've already looked at the houses. They've already looked at all the information. They know everything. They just need a guide to get through the process. Again, that buy mentorship relationship is really where this comes in. And then the last thing, and I feel the most important thing, is meaning and purpose. It's a common theme, like I said. If you can tap into their meaning and purpose, and how your product and service or company can help fulfill that, just that alone, they're sold. Just that alone, they want to be with you, they want to follow you. Does that make sense? Yeah, absolutely. But I know that these are a lot of things, because we have 10 things on the board here, but if you can only pick a few, these are the ones that I tell you to pick. The ones in orange. Opportunity, lifestyle, buy mentorship, meaning and purpose. Yeah, I can actually email you all this in a PDF form if that's cool with you guys. Yeah, I'll send you the list. Okay, cool, awesome. So, again, it's back to that authenticity, transparency, and integrity that I mentioned earlier. You guys are so savvy. That's awesome. If that's in your message, and the benefits they get are those 10 things, or a few of those 10 things. Every Facebook post could be one of those 10 things. And you have 10 Facebook posts, or 10 blogs. I just gave you 10 months worth of blogging. That'd be cool. You got a message. Just cater it to how millennials will receive it. With these 10 things, you can do that. And so you always want to think mobile, because the phone and the tablet is only going to get more powerful, right? You need to be accessible through the phone. I'm going to show you a great exercise. So no matter if you need to sell, work, lead, or serve, you can use these 10 aspects in your marketing, in your message, in your speaking, in your sales conversations. And so here's a little millennial exercise I have for you. Everybody's got their phone in their lap, in their bag. Please grab it. Okay?
Mine's in my car on purpose.
Oh, look at you. Okay, well, write this down the old school way. And so what I want you to do is open up your messenger, text message, type in this phone number in the new message, 720-232-5988. 720-232-5988.
Already got messages from you in there.
Some of us have you in our phone.
I know, some of you have me in there. Okay. And in the message portion where you would text a message to someone, I want you to say free. F-R-E-E, in case that's confusing. And your name, so I know who you are. That's a fun conversation. Hello, mystery person. And press send. Free, your name, and send to this number. That was a good exercise, right? What that does is you are now available to a free 45-minute consultation with me.
Is it 30 or 45? I'm sorry.
45.
Oh, you should change your
It's
slide.
normally 30. I'm giving you guys 45 because Drew is so awesome.
Very
You guys
special.
did great.
Yeah.
I just thought of that too, 45 by the way. So I'm going to give you a free 45 consultation. It could be over the phone, it could be over coffee, it could be over video. Let's practice being millennial, all right? And so with that, we're going to create a strategy, a physical strategy, and a physical message for you to deliver to your millennials and to attract millennials to you, to start getting more revenue, more of a team, more customers, whatever those needs are for you guys. We're going to create a customized strategy for you to implement. And then you can go with me or you cannot go with me afterwards. There's no expectations at all. All right? Did you guys learn something today?
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you so much. I will be calling you in a few short days, and we'll get started on those consultations. Thank you so much, Drew. I appreciate you having me. Ask questions or no? Do we have
time for one? You just did two questions.
2 minutes.
Is it true that millennials aren't using email anymore?
They're not liking it. Are they using email anymore? They're not liking email. They'd rather do text marketing like what I just showed you. Texting, Facebook Messenger, or Instagram. Those are some big ones.
Emails are for travel itineraries.
Print out your tickets or pull up the, exactly.
So what's your business name? Is it just your name?
Yes, it is. It's Anastasia Consulting, LLC, specifically through the state. But yes, Anastasia Button. Any other questions?
You take checks?
I do take checks because I can snap them on my phone. I think
All right, thank you, Anastasia. Wow, that was great. Now we get to hear from you to hear how you have processed that. Real quickly, what is your action item? You can even write it down on here, but let's hear it. We'll go around. You can stand up, state your name, your company real quick for the record, and we'll capture this still on Facebook Live and say, what is your action? Let's start up here. Doris?
Doris Rochester, our company is completely embracing this. We have completely mobile apps for everything now, but I'm still having trouble connecting with them. So I think the by mentorship part will help. They can help me and I can help them. And yeah, so I'm going to work on that. They like to share Uber apps. Well, now you can share our app and you can make a residual long-term income instead of just a $20 credit. So I just have to learn how to talk to them.
Yes. Hello, Carol Considine, Sea Change Career Services. I think tapping into the calling. I love that. Your why, your big why. And the lifelong learning. The fact you're open to new possibilities. Thank you. Well done.
My action item is to make an appointment with this lady.
I did my job.
My action item would be really to create the vision of opportunity for them to see the big picture and make sure that it's really visual. I actually have to go.
I'm Renee Schaller. I'm sorry I missed you before. Had to move my car. My action is to do a presentation that hits more of the millennials' whys. So.
My action item would be to communicate more the authenticity, transparency, and integrity as I'm working with other people.
Mine would be finding a way to implement the messaging and presentation that we do. So it speaks more to
Carmen Owens, life coach, affirming that by mentorship and keeping the integrity, transparency, and authenticity. Just that appreciation for each other.
John Becker, here at Blackcore. My action actually is to take a look at this space right now because we're exploring that and this is a cool area to be. But also to adjust my messaging a little bit as we talk to a younger generation. and entering the workforce and opening to participate in some of that gig economy.
I'm Ross Ames with Transworld. I actually work for a couple of millennials. And we've been doing this by mentorship. I just didn't know what to call it, so now I have a name for it and an understanding of the concept.
Good. Emily doTERRA. I really like this because this is all the things that I was trained on when I started this business, so it was a really good refresher. But the one thing I took away is the outreach part. I really want to show them about how our Healing Hands Foundation is a big part of what we do, so I'm going to focus on that more.
Well, Bob Clark, Transamerica. I need to restructure my intriguing message. I've got a bunch of all cap words that I've pulled out of this and written down. I really need to do that because what we do at Transamerica is the kind of thing that we need millennials to help us, and so I need to do that.
I know a millennial with Transamerica.
So here's the thing. I did not realize that Gen Y was renamed Millennial. I am Gen X. I've always identified as Gen Y. Now I know why people think I'm a millennial. I'm like, oh, light bulb. But I get along with millennials real well. I actually work with them all the time, but I love millennials. I don't understand this disconnect. So.
Joshua Berman with Garden Financial and the Denver Tax Return Service. I need to work on my messaging on how to attract more millennials, how to get them away from TurboTax and realize that they need to actually talk to a human being, that you can't just do everything on an app.
Joyce Boyce, Bloomer, social media tutor. I really reaffirmed my natural style to be a Vine mentor. That's the way I operate. And the way that can outpictured is in my Toastmasters club, we have a lot of millennials. And I see the current leadership struggling a bit, so I want to go in and mentor them, maybe even offer to take a role next year to be the VP of membership, because I think they just need a spark plug. And since I am really a millennial in disguise, I fit right in. So there.
Jeremy Wiley with Entrepreneur Accounting and Tax. My biggest action is just changing the way I'm putting out the messaging, because like, even today, I'm meeting with a girl that's potentially going to be a bookkeeper for me. We've worked together. And it's just emphasizing different things a little more than I would with somebody that was
Chris Early with the App Wizards. I got a lot out of that, but being that I am in the mobile app development business, you need to be mobile was screaming at me. How to convey that message to the non-millennial business owners, how to take advantage of our services and to get themselves mobile to serve that demographic.
Yeah. Bring her on as a consultant.
I was thinking we should talk. Yes, there we go.
I'm Dale Abel with the U.S. Antarctic Program, and we always we restaff our stations every year. So we've got 100% turnover in Antarctica every year because you have to, after 6 months of darkness, go take a break. We've been having trouble staffing lately, and this will help with some of that. The messaging, how do we get the message out to staff those places?
My 3-year-old is highly interested.
Great.
Actually, sign them up in 10 years.
Anthony?
Okay. I caught enough of the presentation, Anastasia. And the tiny homes is what caught me. I don't know why I've been so gravitating towards tiny homes in the last 5 years, but I love that lifestyle. And that's why I just resonate with that. So minimize your life and be happier.
All right, and for me, I guess, Anastasia, I appreciate the kind words you said about those about what we've been doing here, and to keep the energy going, increase the energy, make it even more fun. I got me thinking have to make it even more fun. We'll have acrobats.
Food.